Welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some crazy things coming for the ICP, like 70% reduction in inflation during 2026. You'll see Chart Forecaster break down the chat chart, guys. We're going to talk about Clown, Taco, Kong Swap, Chat, and ICP because there's some really cool things going on the charts. February 2nd, the one and only, folks, Dominic Williams goes on to say Caffeine AI will begin to roll out its all-new fully agnetic automated tech team. Big advances coming for self-writing cloud and ICP. Now, if you don't know what Caffeine AI is, it's a kick-ass software that Definity developed, and it allows users to basically spin up websites on chain just by using prompts or your voice. So this is a very, very bullish catalyst for the IC. Dominic also goes on to say that they're looking to reduce inflation by 70%. This is very important. When I first got into the ICP eco 5 years ago, I can't believe it's been 4 or 5 years ago, right after launch, we were sitting at like 150 million tokens in circulation when I entered the ecosystem. Now there's like 550 million. So inflation is a problem. They're addressing it. If they can reduce this by 70% during 2026, this is going to make ICP moon. Now we'll talk about the Clown charts here, guys. And Clown is a very good project. They've got a phenomenal marketing application that basically allows people to spend crypto for real life engagement from real accounts, not bot farms, things like that. And when we throw this pitchfork up on the daily chart, you can see that price popped up over this oversold or overbought area, this red line. But it has mainly been in this oversold area since September-ish. Now, I'm thinking that we've seen some nice bottoms here, some very nice bottoms here, double bottom, showing that there is some support. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is that we could be seeing maybe a descending triangle. And descending triangles are not typically what you want to see on the charts, but we could also be seeing some sort of crazy harmonic pattern forming like this. So I'm closely watching Clown. I think they've got one of the better products in ICP, right up there with Chat, Kong Swap, Taco DAO. We'll talk about Taco here because when you throw up this Fibonacci channel on Taco DAO, what do you see? A very nice cup and handle, guys. And I do think that right now, Taco DAO is testing this upper trend line or this upper area of price action. If this thing does rip off, I mean, this might be one of the better coins that I'm reviewing today. You know, we could be looking at maybe 98% gains up to 144% gains. And it's interesting because a lot of traders will measure the price impact of a cup and handle based off of the depth from the top of the cup down to the bottom of the cup. And then they'll either stack this at the low part of the handle or right on top of the rim. And this extends up to about the 127. Which is a common reversal point. So to me, that kind of makes sense. I'm watching Taco DAO very closely right now. Now, Chat, guys. I haven't covered Chat too much, but when I basically built it into chartforecaster.com, I'm still working on getting the feed of candles to flow in here. But it still does work on Chat because we can just pick like a swing low like on December 31st. And I'll show you guys how this works. So we'll go 12/31. We'll calculate these events. And basically, we are looking at 3 points in time that we need to be on the lookout for. And you can see this was the past predictions that chartforecaster.com made on chat, and it's been like shooting fish in a barrel. So chat forecaster back before December 31st had notified me that, guess what? We're going to see a momentum peak area around this date. Price dipped and it peaked out around that area. We saw another chart forecaster telling us, hey, watch out for a reversal here. So price came up, it started to retrace, price reversed. Here it told us to watch out for bullish or bearish momentum. Bearish momentum started. Here it told us that watch out for volatility spikes or breakouts. So this was the very beginning of a breakout, and it pinned it right to the board. And then it told us that this is going to be a momentum peak area. None of these candles were here before these predictions were made. You can see they just look just like this. So it's forecasting right now for chat January 18th, about 2000 hours UTC time, guys. And that's very important that you are trading on a UTC time if you are using Chart Forecaster. Okay, so it's very, very important to say the least. So with chat, it is what it is. And there is this very interesting falling wedge that is forming on chat. And let's see, we got January 18th at 2000 hours. And really, this thing is forming kind of down at the end of this falling wedge. And Chart Forecaster is calling for market lows or highs. It's calling for a common reversal point, guys. So with that said, I do think that going into tomorrow, there's a strong chance that we see a reversal with chat around that time. And we could be gearing up for another run back up to that 13, 14 cent ish area. So chat has done very well. And what else I found out about this was that there is a tremendous, tremendous inverse head and shoulders that people need to be paying attention to. You can see this. There's the left shoulder. Here's the head. Here is the right shoulder. And you can see how this has already started to execute. And you can see how price is coming down to test this upper trend line. And guys, when you start to see patterns like this, and just like I was talking about the taco chart and how people measure the depth of cup and handles to try to project forward price, chat is definitely primed to do the same thing. And it kind of works the same way. Traders will oftentimes measure from the head up to the upper trend line here, and then they will stack that at the bottom of the right shoulder, and then they will go ahead and make another line here. So, I mean, we could be looking, as far as chat is concerned, maybe from here on out from the neckline, a 36% run up or a potential 50% run up. And this makes sense that it would run up to these areas on chat because this is where we had prior resistance. Now, it's also telling us, guys, to watch out for bullish or bearish momentum to start on January 22nd at 1500 hours UTC, and volatility spikes, breakouts on January 26th. So we've got a ton of crypto loaded into chartforecaster.com, like ICP, which we'll cover right now. So ICP, let's type in ICP. There it is. We'll look for a nice swing high or swing low date on ICP. And I knew that ICP was going to retrace the way it did. We'll go back to December 20th on ICP. We'll measure that swing high, and boom, we'll run the calculation now. Before we get into all of this, let's look at ICP. So I knew that ICP was going to retrace after this pump, especially after we pumped back up to about 468, and I caught on to this harmonic pattern here very early on. And there's also another harmonic pattern, that lighter shade of red here. And I do think that January 20th, we're getting the same time frames for ICP that we got on chat, excuse me. But you can see here how well Chart Forecaster did with ICP. Again, it predicted the bottom, the momentum peak area. It predicted this reversal here, the prediction of bullish momentum. It predicted a pause here. And obviously, one of the other reasons I knew that this was the top was simply because chartforecaster.com was telling me that this was a market momentum peak area. So there's a reversal happening right now. And what's very interesting also, very similar to the chat chart, is that we are seeing somewhat of a falling wedge, quite possibly, that might point to this date and time. So I'm still kind of waiting to see what this looks like, and if we see ICP drop a little bit more, like, I don't know, 5% going into Sunday, it'll be very interesting to say the least. But my bet here is on this hourly chart. We just see it come up, touch base with this 50 moving average, and maybe trend back down in reverse on the 18th of January at 2000 hours. So it is what it is, guys. And I've been in Asia. I've been doing a lot of development on chartforecaster.com. And yeah, there's lots of stocks in here as well. You can just see the list never ends, it seems like. But this is now available for $9.99 a month. And it is what it is. If you want to know good opportunities for when the markets are going to move, this is a great application I've built. It's insane. It's like shooting fish in the barrel sometimes. We'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.